The purpose of this video is to show you how to add a buyer in myPreApprovalNotice.com. You're going to want to start on your home page once you're logged in and click the plus buyer button. Then you're going to enter in the buyer's name and contact information. I'm going to go with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. And let's do this temporary address for Shaggy. Okay, assuming you've got the birth date incorrectly and address, current address. Next page is going to be about the co-borrower. You can skip over the co-borrower if there is no co-borrower. In this case, I'm just going to do that. Then you're going to put in the information about the pre-approval, things like the low credit score between the two if there are two, the exact payment. A note about this, I recommend highly that you put in the exact payment and not round. I wouldn't even knock the change off. I would put the exact high payment that you get from DO. That's going to show accuracy, and later on it's going to be it's going to set you apart from other people, and it's also going to show it's going to put confidence across the board in your pre-approval, including with the buyer. We're going to focus the buyer now on max payment, not on purchase price. It's going to be a little bit of a shift in sales, but let me tell you, realtors love it. It really changes multiple offer situations when the focus becomes payment and not price. People are much more willing to pay $25 more a month than they are willing to pay $5,000 more in an offer price, above and beyond, let's say, their normal comfort zone. We've got several different loan programs to choose from. Choose the one that is most appropriate to you. For example, I'm going to say a 30-year fixed. I'm going to also say that the down payment is 20%. Now, the down payment that you choose here should be on the first mortgage because we do support seconds as well. So 20% down on the first. Who's going to underwrite her? Is it you or is it the wholesale investor? Are there any seller concessions needed? You can, of course, select no, but let's say you want a percentage. You can choose 3% if you'd like, or whatever percent you'd like, or you can switch it to the dollar amount. So instead of 3%, let's say $4,500, and then you just change the symbol to dollars, and that'll give the flat dollar amount. Okay, here's where you select if there's a second mortgage. In this case, I'm going to pretend there is none. I'll create another video that shows you how to work with seconds. Okay. You're going to want to select the borrower's realtor here, and you can select, you can see I have several different realtors in here. I'll select Velma here, and then the pre-approval notice is contingent on the sale of a home, yes or no. Let's just pretend it's no in this case. I'll have a separate video on override values, just so you know that they exist. This is so that if Velma's rate would be different than your typical borrower for a 30-year conventional loan, you can alter it for Velma, but not alter your other borrowers. So, for example, 9 out of 10 borrowers, let's say today would be 4%, for example, for you. But Velma qualifies for 4.5 because of her credit score. You would just click this, and then on the next page, you'd be able to alter her credit score and other things that are unique to her without altering the other borrowers. If the loan has MI, you select it here. Obviously, this is a 20-year with no MI, so we're going to select that. I'm going to continue to the next page here, and then I'm going to answer questions about whether I've, I won't read these to you, but it has to do with whether you've, different things you've done on the pre-approval. Have you met with them? Have you collected income and asset documents? Have you run DO? Have you reviewed their credit report for credit score and trade lines? Are repair escrows allowed? Are there gift funds? Have those gift funds been verified? Here's one. You can tell everyone the amount of days that you would feel comfortable with for closing, 40 days, for example, in this case. Doesn't mean you can't do it sooner, but that's the comfortable margin. Have you partially underwritten the file, or potentially have them fully TBD approved? You can only choose one or the other. I'm going to say that this person is fully TBD approved, and I'll say Shaggy has been credit approved by underwriting and could close sooner if needed, but not less than 20 days. after receipt of signed purchase agreement, right? You can write whatever you want. I'm just giving you an example of what you could potentially put, right? You could also talk about how great of a borrower he is or whatever else. That's a public shareable field. This next one isn't shareable, and this could be something like Shaggy requested USDA approval, sorry, but makes $20,000 more than the income limit. Whatever. You get the point. So this would be something that you might use if you just to put a note in, because Shaggy's asked you 5 times about this USDA program and you want to remember 3 months from now why he doesn't qualify. That's one of the thoughts I have on this, or just other thoughts. You know, if the house is low enough, they might want to put 10% down, for example, something like that. You hit when you're done, you just hit go to dashboard unless you want to add another borrower, and that's going to save it. It's going to send an email off to Shaggy, and you're ready to go. You've got a pre-approved buyer. We'll have another video on tips on what to tell the buyer, and go ahead and look for that second mortgage or override video if you're interested in those subjects.